Okay, I have a class called a card. It has a integer value. It has a string suit, a string name. When you build a card, you pass it a value and a suit, and then it runs this rank function to get the text value of the value. So that's down here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all written out, and then get to Jack, Queen, King, and Ace. And so that builds the name out. I've got some getters and setters here. I stored my suits in cards because I wasn't sure where to put that. That was better. And then describe, all I have to do is print out the name. That's all I thought, because I use get value to see which card wins. Okay, so deck is just an array list of cards, and I allowed myself the indulgence of a length property that's publicly available. It helps with debugging. And string has like a length like this, so I thought maybe it'd be okay. It easily could be a private thing with a getter and a setter. But to build a deck, we just go for enhanced for loop on the suits, and then the values of the cards, and we add a card for each suit and rank, and add one to the length of the deck. To draw, we get a card and remove that same card from the deck, and then shorten the deck by one. And shuffle, I just use collections shuffle. Didn't write any custom code for that. All right, so a player, all you do so a player has a array list of cards that we call their hand. Player has a score and a player has a name. And we can describe a player, so we'll give you their name, how many cards they have in their hand, which I needed for debugging, and then every card in their hand. Flip, we'll take a card out of their hand, remove it from their hand and return it. And draw uses the deck.draw method, which we covered earlier. It will take that card out of the deck forever and put it in their hand and increment score. So we've got our getters and setters here. We've got a get score, but we don't have a set score. All you can do to the score is add 1 point. And get name, which is useful for the main method for kind of making the game flow. So we build a deck. We get 2 players, John and Dave. Shuffle the deck. And then for every card in the deck, basically, as we count up, if it's odd, then player 1 draws, otherwise player 2 draws. Then we get to our game. Basically, player 1 will flip a card, C1, player 2 will flip a card, C2. C1 has a higher value than C2, then player 1 gets a point. If C2 has a higher value than C1, player 2 gets a point, and otherwise it's a draw. And then I kind of write a big long description. At the end, I sort of say who won the round. At the end of the game, I I print the final score, and then if player 1 wins, I say so. Otherwise, player 2 wins. Otherwise, it's a tie. So we'll go ahead and let's see here. We'll run this. So you can see, like, the first round, John plays a 9 of clubs, Dave plays a king of clubs, Dave gets the point. And then at the end of the game, John had 14 points, Dave had 11, so John won. Here, they both ended up with 13 points, so it was a tie. And Dave won this one. So that's the app.